talk to me for 2 minutes?
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes?
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me.
Look what he says here. Did he really just say that's okay? I don't care what you want. After I said leave me alone, this is why most of us never feel safe. So this guy is stalking her, and to that everybody else says,
I don't. Stop stalking me.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you?
Nobody asked him what he thinks, did they? Did you hear anybody say, what do you think of my clothes? Nope, none of his business.
A prostitute? I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Leave me alone.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
You want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
This make you feel? Huh? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you feel?
Is that the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
scratches?
You want?
I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't
get
give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're gonna
bring
Is that a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you...
She's trying to reason with him. How does it make you feel to have a camera stuck in your face all the time? And his response is, I'm a stalker. I got pictures of you. You want to see them? And then he threatens him. I'm going to get you. I hear that every day. I'm going to get you. I'm going to kidnap you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to have you false arrested. On and on. I'm going to force and coerce. Coercion is a criminal act. Stalking is a felony. Hacking is a felony. Witness tampering is a felony. Victim tampering is a felony. And I hear it all day from Mr. Perry, Charles Perry. I don't like the guy. I moved twice to get away from him and started my life all over again 2 times. In a new town where I didn't know anybody, to avoid him, just like she did. She had to move. If a girl doesn't like you, what did he say? Move the fuck on. Take off your dress, put your dolly down, and go away. Move on. Go find someone that likes you back. I don't like you. Move on. Everybody gets rejected on the whole planet. Every person. I got rejected. You fucking move on. You don't act like a princess about it. You grow a pair, act your age, and move the fuck on. And stop acting whack job, and stop being, Mr. Perry has a whole lot more problems than this guy. He hacks, he's a little peeping Tom. Sits around watching me all day, wherever I am, in the privacy of my home. And that's so creepy. I would never want a guy who does that. If there was nothing else, there's that. It is a felony. It is disgusting, and it is rape. It is not sexy. It is not hot. It doesn't get you a date. It doesn't get you a real love life. It doesn't get you help. It doesn't get you information. It gets you told on. And that's it. It's offensive. It's inappropriate. It's weirdo. It's fucked up. Stop. So, Mr. Perry's crimes are Ted Bundy had the same problem, Mr. Perry. The thing is, you do these weirdo things, and you're not embarrassed at all. Just like this guy. He's not embarrassed at all. He should be. And I'm asking our shrink, why is Mr. Perry not embarrassed? I'm embarrassed for him. I'm embarrassed by him. I wouldn't walk in the room with that guy for millions. Wouldn't do it. You couldn't pay me enough to embarrass myself walking in a room with him. So why is he not embarrassed by the shit he does? It's weirdo. Golly, it's weirdo. I mean, this is not the half of it. And she said he's got Alzheimer's disease or senile dementia or something is wrong with him. I haven't examined him. I don't know. But he's got some mental illness and some mental retardation. Well, she said severely. In 2020, 21. And turns out he has Huntington's disease. It causes, I said, I don't think he understands when you say certain things. I don't think he understands the word don't and no. I don't want you. I don't like you. He's not understanding what you're saying. He doesn't know. And she said, I told you he's mentally retarded and doesn't know he should be embarrassed. Doesn't know. Has no fucking idea. That thing that he's doing, other people don't do it because it's embarrassing. You just, you're supposed to be okay with it. I'm not okay with it. It's called deviant conduct. It's illegal for a reason. And so, all these years, 10 years, Mr. Perry sits on his fat, lazy ass all day, watching me work. Watching me do what I do. Causing one problem after another. Taking everything I have and everything I care about. And then can't figure out why I don't like him. That's not how you get a date. You see other people doing that? Fuck no. You don't see other people going around breaking the law, demanding you lie. That's the other thing. You have to lie for me. You have to be my whatever it is. No, I don't, actually, sir. I actually don't. I don't have to lie for you. It's interesting that you think you need a lie. I don't. Someone commented on that. Mr. Perry goes around trying to force her to change her story. Do you see her doing that? He's trying to convince us all that she's lying and he's telling the truth. And I'm looking at her documents. The dates and times are supporting what she says. She's getting this stuff before from cops outside of Oklahoma that have been helping her for a long time. I guess initially she helped them get him elected so they could get to him easier. And Mr. Perry just took it off onto something weird. And he's a weirdo. It's embarrassing. It embarrasses the hell out of me. He's creepy. Just fucking creepy. What's it like to be that guy? Huh? What's it like to be the creepy one? Nobody wants him around. Now, we can get information, Mr. Perry, before you do something horrible to me. And you can't get any information at all as to who gets it and how they get it from you to me. That ought to tell you something. You've got nothing out of what you do all day long, but told on and told on and told. Who my guys get something today? Somebody said, who's Jackie? And the other guy goes, his wife in Lubbock, his wife. What the hell's going on here? Mr. Perry's been up here for 10 years, telling everybody Cyndi and him are engaged, and she just, she just needs some tough love. She just got off on the wrong path, got involved with some bad people. It's 10 years ago. She's always in court trying to get protective orders. Then he buys his way out. Won't let her in the courtroom. By law, I'm supposed to be in the courtroom. So, do you think you do it enough times, sir, people start to notice something's up? You do it for long enough, people start to notice you're full of shit. You sit around and you lie to yourself all day, every day, and you look like a fool, and you embarrass me, and you embarrass everybody else, and that is why we can get information and you cannot. Don't sit around and go, how did she find out and who leaked? You don't even care. You do things to me, you get caught. Period. It's been that way for 10 years. You do a harm to me, you get caught. All day long. Well, actually, for a couple of years now. Take her car away, then she'll want me, then she'll lie for me. Take her car away. Right? You've had it wrecked 4 times. You had somebody throw a brick at me on the freeway. Was that murder attempt number 2? We think it is. We've heard you talking to hitmen. What do I do if she won't take the shot? You make sure she takes the shot, you said. Make her think she'll die if she doesn't. You talk to me like you think I haven't heard that. I've heard it. I've heard them all. You don't care how we get. You don't care about getting caught. Because you do the same thing every day that provokes it. People hate you. Everybody's sick of you. Your conduct is offensive, inappropriate, deviant, and illegal. And people hate your guts for what you're doing to me. And you don't seem to get that. I can get information at the snap of a finger, sir. And nobody will tell you who is getting it and how. Everybody's being very careful to make sure you don't get that information. Nobody will tell you who your leaks are. I don't even know who your leaks are. All day long, I'll tell Mr. Perry, who is it this guy? Is it that guy? I'm going to have you arrested again. I'm going to make you go with me. You're going to go with me. We have to deliver. We sold you. We're going to have to deliver you. You're going to have to do what we say. Really? Tell me that to my face, you pussy little coward. Because here's the thing. I have people that are helping me with a shit ton of power. They can tell me what you just said pretty much every day. Pretty much every day. Shit ton of power. They don't happen to think your bitch ass is cute. That you think you need to beat down a woman and that makes you tough. And that makes you powerful. They don't think that. Most people don't. Most people don't like guys who beat down women. It's called domestic violence. You've taken it further. You're creepy, sir. Name one problem the shit you do all day has solved. Name one. And yet you do it all day, every day. And then you tell us you don't like to get caught. You're full of crap. Nobody believes you anymore. Nobody believes a word you say. Not anymore. So, you're acting like this bitch. He's never going to get a date with her. You're never going to get a date with me. I will not do what you want. And you know that. You take my car away. You've already taken my car away. You've gotten me fired from job after job after job. And you've called all around to make sure I don't find another one. You make everything around me hostile. You've kept my family separated from me. Because you threatened them. I never introduced you to my family. I came here to get away from you and be with my family. I've never introduced you to them. I would never take you around my family. I think you're a sick son of a bitch. And there's a lot of people that agree we can get information like that, and you can't. How do you think that happens? You're the one asking who your leaks are. We don't make those kind of phone calls. We don't ask those kind of questions. We don't have leaks. You know why? Because people are motivated by a disgust for what you do all day long. You need to account for your time. Why are you in Oklahoma? I left Texas to get away from you and have no further contact and no conflict. So why are you always in Oklahoma where I am? You're not wanted, you're not loved, you're told on. Is that what you like? You like that? You don't give a fuck who your leaks are. You like getting caught. There's no way you don't, creepy. Creepy Chucky, we call you. So, you see all this here? Give it a minute. He's gonna block it, I guess. Look at all this. This was this evening. We wanted to take her car from her and everything she has and get her to charter a bus. Like it's your business where I live. Remember, nobody invited you to Oklahoma. I came here to get away from you. Who the fuck do you think you are? Take your dress off, put your doll down, and quit being a coward. Why don't you go do something manly? Go be a man for 5 minutes. Where's Jackie? What does she think you're doing? What'd you do? Leave her? Abandon her? Why are you always in Oklahoma? Why won't you just leave everybody the fuck alone? Huh? So this guy says that's what we wanted. She can go anywhere in the country but not Vegas and not New Mexico. She's got too many people there. Right? Okay. Remember, this is a police recording. What police? Nobody will tell you, will they? Nope. How'd they get this? Nobody will tell you, will they? Was it a wiretap order of some sort? Or was it a leak? I mean, you're the one asking who your leaks are. You don't give a fuck about that. You like pissing everybody off and getting told on. That's all you do all day long, every day for 10 years. There's no way you don't like that. There's no way. So, and then he said, but she's already has all kinds of emails about the bus pass and taking her car away. And, you know, or wrecking it, or ruining it. Every day for years. We've said it. Mr. Perry threatens me with that every day. And if she does that, then she'll like me. Then she'll call me. I'm going to take your car. Call me. Who's telling on me? Is it Jim? Today all day was Jim. It's Jim a lot. Which Jim, sir? I know about 5 of them. Which one? He's asked me about Jim. He's asked me about Beverly. He's asked me about Andrew. He's asked me about Al. He's asked me about my family. Why would you sit my family down and tell them what horrible thing you're going to do to me? And then expect them to help you? And then threaten them if they don't or if they leak? Who the fuck is that awful? It's called psychological torture. Who the fuck is that horrible? Get the fuck away from my family. What my guy said, remember? Back in, it's been a while. What did he say? In 2020, Mr. Perry? Cynthia's privacy is not to be invaded. You do not contact her or her family ever again. Mr. Perry, I don't like you. Fuck the hell off, weirdo. Fuck off, weirdo. Stop bullshitting yourself. There's an affair in your head. It doesn't exist to me at all. Never did, never will. There's never going to be a date. There's not a relationship there. Stop bullshitting yourself. You look like an idiot. It's embarrassing. People make fun of you. He's gone up, the guy said, I'm quoting. When I speak in the third person, I'm quoting. The guy said, this was been a few years ago. For 6 years, that whack job has gone all over Oklahoma, telling people about 3 different stories. It's Cynthia's his girlfriend, or he called me Cyndi, I think. Cindy's his girlfriend to some people. To some other people, it's his fiance, and to other people, it's his wife, and to other people, it's his concubine. It's none of that. She won't have a damn thing to do with him. He's sitting around daydreaming, pretending. He went over and inserted himself in her life against her will. And she's been in court trying to get protected. He buys his way out. And he's been seen with her friends and family. Like he thinks those are his friends and family. He's not operating in reality. He's detached from reality. He acts like that's his family or his friends. And it's not. It's hers. He shouldn't be up here at all. Where's Jackie? Where's Jordan and Matthew? But everybody's asking, Charles. What about your family? Did you leave your wife? Does she know why you're up here all the time? You need to tell her. She's going to find out when you're arrested and you go to court. Why do you think we're getting all this? Because we're bored? This is to put you in jail. This information that we collect like this is to be used against you in a court of law to put you in jail. So you don't bother anybody ever again. You will never again bother me or anybody or anything else. You're gone. We have no problem getting it. Gets easier by the day. Gets easier by the day. You've called everybody. Is it you? Are you stopping my crime? Please stop stopping my crime. I'll make it worth your while. We heard all about it, but did they tell you anything? Oh, fuck no. Why would they do that? Everybody wants you gone. People don't like crime. Why do you think they'd like yours? Stupid. I mean, come on with that. So he said Cyndi's privacy is not to be invaded. You don't contact her or her family ever again, directly or indirectly, in any form at all. Don't do it. You need to leave people alone. Butt out. Butt out of shit that doesn't concern you. You have a family, Jackie, Jordan, Matthew. Go be with them. And leave everybody else alone, sir. I don't like you. Your head affair exists only to you. I can't stand you. You get anywhere near me, your balls are in your brains before you know what happened. You don't get near me, I'll beat the fuck out of you. There's not going to be a hug. There's not going to be a love fest. It's not romantic to me. You're a criminal. I'm the victim. Period. That's it. It started out you were a job, sir. What day am I going to get paid? When you're arrested, I'll get paid. They don't want you to see anything going in my bank account right now. I'm to have other jobs and make money. And the more of the money of that you take, the more information we get. They get mad. They get furious with you taking my money. So what he said is, give her, you're offering me a threat. I'm going to put you back in jail until you lie for me. Or I'll have BioLi money. What's your price? My price, and that's illegal, by the way, to do that. Enticing and threatening and coercing. Coercion is a crime. Get an attorney who understands the law. Okay? Because yours clearly doesn't know. Or he's just in it with you. Yeah, I mean, our prosecutors already figured that one out. Stalking is a felony. Rape, murder, first degree murder, attempted murder, assault, battery, obstruction of justice, perjury after perjury after perjury after perjury after perjury. Creepy Chucky. Get the fuck out. Name one problem your doll solved. It gets us information. Yeah. Take your dress off, put the doll down, and go do something a man would do. Okay? And stop contacting me. Stop bothering me. Get out of my phones. Get out of everything. He said, you owe a legal debt to her. Pay that. Give it back. Fix what you broke. And you get the hell out. Or I'm going to do it for you. Watch me. And next thing we know, you're asking who your leaks are. Is it Jim? Is it Andrew? Is it Beverly? Is it your family? Is it your kid? Is it Al? Have I ever? You ask me that every day for years. Have I ever answered you, stupid? No. We all want you gone, sir. Everybody's sick of you. Icking your delusional slime all over everybody else is nasty. Where's Jackie? Where's Jordan? And where's Matthew? And why are you embarrassing them with this? Why are you embarrassing your family with this by going at my family? Leave them alone. Leave everybody alone. So everybody wanted to know why, if she came to Oklahoma to get away from Charles and be with her family, why is she not with her family? Okay, so I've already talked about it, but I'll go over it again. First, I stayed away from my family because of COVID. I'm trying to protect my family from COVID. I don't want to give it to them. I'm working in the public all the time. During the moratorium, we all stayed home. Nobody went anywhere. I mean, not the moratorium, the shutdowns. After everything opened up again, I'm working with the public. I'm not going to take any chance that I'm going to get somebody in my family sick and they die. Or even just get sick. So I don't go around them. Then I got vaccinated. Now I can go around them all I want. I've been vaccinated. But at that point, Mr. Perry has then sat them down and told them, here's the horrible things we're going to do to her. And you're going to help us. And don't leak, by the way. But I found out. So then you think, is your family leaking? Next thing we know, he's called. We get him. My guys get him on a recording talking to the EPA. You'll find a way to shut them down. Her uncle and her cousin, their body shops, shut them down. Get the IRS on them, and then the guy, the EPA guy says, "Well, I could do that. You'd be hard pressed to go to any body shop anywhere and not find something." So I'm screaming and yelling. We heard you. Did you do it? Did you have the EPA get on them? Because that's you're the causation. Do you understand what will happen to you and that guy for doing that to them? If you did it? And it went beyond just talking to him, to the guy? I mean, you're about to find out the hard way. You seem to like that. You're never going to get a date with me. I don't go out with little queens who pick on women and children to feel tough guy. I don't go out. First of all, I don't go out peeping toms. That is the creepiest, most fucked up thing you can do to a woman. I don't go out with people who don't respect me and my family. I don't go out with a man unless he makes sure I don't miss a meal. I don't go out with a man who breaks the law every 5 minutes. Doesn't go 5 minutes without breaking the law. It's not going to happen. I don't go out with cop killers. You get anywhere near me, your balls are in your brain. Period. Don't get near me. Don't get near me. I will never do what you want. I'm never going to lie for you. I've already said that over and over and over and over and over. You're caught more than ever before in your life. Get a grip on reality, delusional whack job. Get a grip on reality, delusional whack job. What has happened over the past 10 years is we quote you. You're not quoting us. You don't know our people's names. You can't name even one guy. You're not quoting even one meeting. We named a bunch of your people, and we quote you every day, all day long. And I have done that for 10 motherfucking years. We're going to use that to put you in jail. When they're done investigating everybody, they'll arrest you when they're good and ready. You're not getting up from that one. Not this time. You like that. If you didn't like that, you'd get the fuck away from me, would you not? Why drive down the same street going 90 when you know there's a cop with a radar sitting there? And yet you do it every fucking day. You do it every fucking day. Because that's pretty much what I am. I'm like a cop sitting on the side of the road with a radar gun. You speed you do one thing wrong, you're fucked. You come at me one time in one direction, we're quoting you, you're caught. And then you try a different direction, we're quoting you, you're caught. You come at me from a different direction, we're quoting you, and you're caught again. We got very specific information and it's very detailed. And nobody will tell you who does that or how they do it. Or when they're doing it. Sometimes I may hold these for weeks. You may talk about it 5 times before I actually say something. Okay? You don't know what you're dealing with. But your people said, when Charles takes her money and pesters her, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. She keeps finding out before. We've never had that happen before. I know I'm trafficked before. You creeped somebody out. The guy goes, Charles Perry was talking to the guy he sold her to, that he wants to deliver, Papa John's. Is your code word for that? Delivering a trafficking victim, right? They're talking to each other about Cynthia, and they both sound like they both think that's their wife. It was the weirdest conversation I've ever had to listen to in my life. It was weirdo. I wanted to throw up. Both of them are fucked up mentally. That was the weirdest bullshit I've ever heard in my life. How embarrassing. What are they going to do? Share her? You think she'll go with that? She'll run away the second she gets a chance. You are not living on planet Earth, Mr. Perry. You need to get a grip on reality. Look at your results and look at ours. And then tell me you don't like getting caught. There is no fucking way that's true. So, what our guy said is, you don't contact her or her family again. You don't invade her privacy anymore. She's not to be broke anymore. You owe her money, pay it, and get out. or I'm fixing to do it for you. And that was in 2020. Look how much more we have since then. Since that day, we've got Lucius's name, Calvin, who's bald and fat, Sanjay, your hacker, Beverly, Kate, James, Ruben, Richard, Dickey, Blankenship, Desiree. All these people's names that work for you. Geppetto, you're a witch. All these people's names that work for you. We have them. After March 2020, we got that. Right? And this today. This guy, I thought he and Cynthia were engaged. And the guy's like, fuck no. In 10 years, she's done nothing but avoid him and try to get protective orders, and he buys his way out. She's not going anywhere near him. He's delusional. Huntington's disease causes delusion, paranoia, hallucinations, and psychosis. He says psychotic, diagnosed psychotic, and impaired cognitive reasoning. So our shrink was right on the money. I think he's severely mentally ill and severely mentally retarded. And half the shit you say, he has no fucking idea what you said. Doesn't know. The wires in his brain are disintegrating. He fucking doesn't hear. He doesn't understand you. It's like Bruce Willis has aphasia, and there are things that you say to him, and the wires are not working anymore. He doesn't know what you said. Doesn't know. And Mr. Perry's the same. He should be about to die of embarrassment. Has no idea. Everybody else is about to die of embarrassment. Everyone else is creeped out. Everybody else feels like barfing because it's sickening what he says and does. I mean, he just had no idea. Not a clue. So, how does somebody hear somebody scream and yell, stop raping me, I don't like you, get away from me, every day for 10 years, and then wake up the next morning and go, we're a couple? What are you waiting for? What's taking you so long? I'm waiting for you. And he does it every day. And then I'm like, you're shitting me with this, right? You're shitting me with this, right? I'm going to get you. I'm going to take your car away. I'm going to false arrest you. And you're going to go with me. You're going to do what I say. Every day for 10 years, that's all. That's what happens. He'll type it in my phone. When I worked at a club, he'd have guys come in and tell me that. Bizarro. It's like fucking living in Bizarro. So this guy had no idea that Mr. Perry's married. Who's Jackie? That's his wife. That's his wife? He said. Yeah. Where is she? What's going on with her? We don't know. Maybe he left her. We don't know. Nobody knows. What? So answer that, Mr. Perry, right now. Right? Don't you play these for Judge Parker in court? Don't you guys take these all into court to try to get her to sign off an arrest? She wanted my phone pinged, I heard. Go play it for her. Explain to her how people in Oklahoma had no idea you were married. And they're all asking, what happened to Jackie, his wife? Don't you know how to take a blow, a rejection like a grown-ass man? Act your age. Act your fucking age. I got rejected. Next. I know, there's not cameras put in the guy's house. There's not, weirdo shit going on. I call somebody up and sell them. Post them online and start selling watch. Nothing like that. Ask Eddie Madrid. I told you we were in high school. Rejects me and goes out with some other girl. No stalking, no creepy, no nothing. Next. That's normal. That's what normal people do. Sometimes if, you got real close to somebody, you might cry for a month or two, and then you're out. The best way to get over somebody is get under somebody. But you move on. You don't make it weirdo. You don't become a criminal. And that's all you do all day is criminal thing after criminal thing after criminal thing. And we're just going, oh my God. Wow. Diagnosed nutbag. So, this thing, this is what the guy says. Mr. Perry. So, anyway, because Mr. Perry did that to my family, I've kind of stayed away from them so that there can't be accusations of leaking. Did you say something? Did you let something slip? You say that one more fucking time, I swear to God. I swear to God. Why don't you? You guys have all these guys do all this shit behind my back and behind a computer, and not one of you cowards have said it to my face. Not one has said this shit to my face. All these court hearings, I sued you. All these court proceedings, you could have gone in there and overcome my evidence and faced me like men, and yet not one time have you done that. You go in and you have some secret ex parte meeting with Judge Cummings. It was out duck hunting. And you get the judge to say what you want him to say. And these guys go stupid when you're involved. Anybody can see it. Somebody commented on that. I think it was, I don't know who it was. But the guy was like, these judicial orders look nothing like the same the same judge that they were looking at the different cases. This judge ruled for something similar to Cyndi's, ruled like this, and this makes perfect sense. But on hers, that doesn't even make sense what that judge did. Same judge. These judges are going stupid every time Charles Perry's involved. It's like he's doing the ruling. It's like he did it. It's somebody who can't think past tying their shoe did this ruling. That none of it makes sense. So who actually did the ruling? Did the actual judge do the ruling? I mean, it's weirdo. The stuff that happens in the courtroom where Charles Perry's concerned. You got educated judges, intelligent judges that rule like XYZ on this way on this case, and then on hers is something completely different. It doesn't make sense. There's no res judicata here. It's not here. She's got this other one and this other one and this other one. She ruled completely different. She ruled correctly, intelligently. And yet on Cyndi's, Judge Egan went stupid. Looks like Charles did it. Why is that? Why is that? So, where is Jackie? Now explain to Judge Parker, where the fuck is Jackie? Why the fuck do people in Oklahoma think that you and I are a couple? I don't go anywhere with you. I won't be seen with you. I haven't seen you since 2013. I don't want to. I won't go to work if I think you're going to be there to do something to me. I won't go. I'll avoid it. You're creeping me out. You can't get a date with me. You can't get information. We are. How much money are you paying to buy us intel? I want to know the number, Mr. Perry. We heard it was like at $75 million right now. When I was in Manford, you called up there and complained I've paid more on upwards of $15 million. How come she keeps quoting everybody? I'm not getting the cover-up I paid for. Everything keeps getting uncovered. You said that in 2019 when I was in Manford. So, and then it was $25 million, and now you're at what, $75 million you paid to buy us stuff like this? That's all you got. You got nothing else. 10 years, you got nothing else. Mr. Perry, for 6 years, has been in Oklahoma and inserted himself in her life against her will, and has been seen with her friends and family. But here's the thing. People started questioning his sanity when he's never seen with her. And she's always in court trying to get protective orders against him. Then he has to buy his way out. He signed her name to a marriage certificate. And the other guy goes, gosh, if that's all you have to do to be married these days, I'm married to Jennifer Aniston. Shit, I watch her on TV. I'll sign her name to a piece of paper. If they don't even have to like you. What kind of idiot does that? What a whack job. And then the guy goes, and the other thing he's done is that he'll go around with a fucking entourage. 1 minute he tells people that she's a threat to him, and the next minute that's his fiancé. And so people see him walking around with an entourage, they think he's like important or something. So basically what he's done is he's escaped the boring of his life in Lubbock and has found an excuse to come to Oklahoma where nobody really knows who he is. They don't know he's really a nobody, boring nothing. And he'll come up here with his entourage and tell everybody he's an important senator. And that she's his girlfriend. And none of that's true. First of all, who do you know that goes where the threat is? They leave the safety of home in Lubbock thousands of miles away and go to where the danger is. And they can't get the guy to leave. He won't fucking leave. People have told him you need to leave, and he won't go. So he's up in Oklahoma living in a fantasy life, a daydream. None of it's real. And he just doesn't want to give that up, like he's some 3-year-old little brat. It's offending people. They're mad. He keeps getting caught. That's never happened before. And they're not smart enough to figure out something's different this time. So the guy's like, Charles is talking to the guy who he sold Cynthia to. And they're both talking like they both are married to her. The one guy, she doesn't even know. She's not even met him. Charles is in daydream land all the time. He's a whack job. She won't even talk to him. There's not even been a date. There's sure shit never going to be a wedding. It's not a marriage, Charles. It's a forgery. It's a crime. I will never do what you want, and I'm never going to lie for you. And the more you try to force, the more pissed off we all get. And then what happens when we get pissed off? Next thing you know, we're quoting you. Judy wants her phone pinged. Mike Neely was drugged. He didn't do it. Take her car away, then she'll call me. Should I keep quoting you? We got your code words. We got your code words, bitch. We're naming your people. Who's Lucius to you? Who's Monique to you? Where's she right now? Charles, where's Monique right now? Who's Sonjay to you? Who's Beverly to you? Judy wanted my phone pinged. Why? The guy was pissed about it. That woman has no idea the absolute hell we have all had to watch her go through in Oklahoma. Charles putting her through that. And she's gonna have her phone pinged? The fuck is that? You got a judge harassing a victim of domestic violence across the state lines from the bench who has no idea, factually ignorant as they get. Judge Kirkendall, see, how do I know you were in these judges' courtrooms? Judge Kirkendall said, it looks to me like you're doing what her email of 2017 describes in great detail and specificity. We're going to send her home, harass the shit out of her. Then when she complains about it, we'll say she's harassing us. Right? Isn't that what you guys said? And she said, it looks to me like that's what's happening. I need you to leave her alone for a couple of weeks so I can rule out entrapment and provocation. You're the cause. You're the causation. If you don't like her talking about what you're doing to her, stop doing shit to her. So what happened that you pulled it from her court and gave it to Judy? I don't know, but you need to tell Judy, what's the deal with Jacqueline? People in Oklahoma had no idea you were married. They didn't know you were married, that Jackie's your wife. The guy's asking, like, I'm hearing this person, Jackie, who's that? Oh, that's Charles's wife. His wife? The hell is about, what? What's going on with her? No one knows. Well, did he leave her? We don't know. Better tell Judy. Tell her what you do all day with your time. Tell her, why are you always in Oklahoma? Because you weren't invited here. You're not wanted here. Tell her. Tell her what you sit around and do all day, sir. And prove it's not what I'm saying. Prove it to her. That you don't do exactly what I say you're doing. Sit around and do nothing but make serious, catastrophic problems and loss. And bug the fuck out of everybody. And butt into shit that doesn't concern you. So the guy's getting creeped out. He's talking to this bitch he sold him to, like they're both talking like they're married to her. And we're all going, what in the fuck? They're both talking like it. And what are they gonna share her? I'll be dead in a week. Everyone knows that. We're gonna put her in jail. This was the plan. I've said it for months now. When she goes back to work, we can't let her waitress. Because we got to make sure we get her on the prostitution by sock deal. So we get our headline that she's a prostitute. We got to make sure the waitress is a bitch to her and pushes her out of waitress. Here's the thing with me. I don't have time for drama. I don't like it. I don't have time for it. I do whatever I can to avoid it. I've already said I had a knockdown drag out with the chief of staff of a United States Senator. And we kissed and made up. We're true, grown, professional, intelligent people. So, do you really think I'm going to waste my time with a constant being bullied by a little meth head? Nothing? Absolutely not. So she's bullying me about waitressing. Guess what I said? Take me off the schedule. When you leave, I'll waitress again, and then tell you, as long as you're here, I'm not going to, I don't want anything to do with that. Or you. I'm just, you stay in your little corner, and I'm going to stay in mine. Okay? Stay in your lane, I'll stay in mine. And you stay away from me. She actually, one night, I did my best to stay away from her. I went in a room, nobody is in. I needed to do my homework, and guess what? She comes in and she's got to do something in that room. Really, tonight? Yeah, I have to call the boss. I'll call him. Oh my God, I'm like, is this daycare? I've never known anybody in my life to want to call the boss as much as she does. In my entire life, this is not daycare. Don't fucking do that. So I had to move twice. To get away from her. What is this about? You make me move twice. So, Charles, I said no to you. I said no. Act like a man. Act your age. Act your age. He just typed in my phone, I'm going to make you. Act your age. Act like a man. Move on. So, anyways, they're all upset that I left the club. But what happened is, when she did that, fine. I'm not going to waitress. Take me off the schedule. However little of you I have to interact, I'm not going to waste my time on you. I'm not going to dignify you with my time. We're done. We're fucking done. I'll just go dance, and when you quit, then I'll waitress, just like that. It's problem solved. But I'm not going to interact with you unless I just have to, because you're not in my, you're not even in my, I don't know even what to say, but you're not my cup of tea. You're not my thing. You're not my crowd. So I go and I'm dancing, and I injured myself pretty bad. I don't know what I did, but I pulled not just my leg out of whack, but my shoulder, the whole right side is just messed up. Pulled a whole bunch of ligaments and a whole bunch of tendons right out of place. So I don't even know what I did. It didn't really bother me too much that night, but the next day, oh my God, it felt like I was in a car wreck. So I can't dance now, so I left. I'm not gonna just stay out there and lay, what am I supposed to do? Lay around on the, couch? So I'm not gonna do that. So I left, and now they keep trying to force me to go back. And I guess one night they had planned that I was gonna go back, and they were gonna jerk me off the stage and arrest me and take me down to the Mays County Sheriff's Department and have my family sit there and tell me how I need to do what Charles says. And by the way, here's our wedding. Let's take pictures. It's not a wedding. It's a photo shoot, because Mr. Perry forged my name to a marriage license I've not even seen. Chief Miller asked me about it when he came out there, and I said I've not seen it. And he said I don't have it with me. I was going to go to the police department and ask to see it, but since he didn't come 5 minutes to my place, I was living 5 seconds from the police department. Why didn't he just come there? Well, David Robertson had his employees right there, so he comes all the way out to the club to talk to me. I figured maybe it wasn't safe for me to go to the police department and ask to see that. So because Mr. Perry forged my name, that's a crime. Now 4 years later, he wants photo pictures so that he can try to make it look legit. It's never going to be legit. I would never agree to that. Never, ever will I do that. Absolutely not going to happen. You want to take my car to coerce me. You want to take all my money and deprive me of food and shelter with intent to coerce, and interference with contracts with intent to coerce, and interference with commerce with intent to coerce, all that stuff that they're going to charge you with. Then you're still not going to get me to say, okay, there's no way. Because these guys are about to arrest you. So what do I need to lie for? I have no motivation to help you at all. None. Actually, nobody does, if you think about it. If everybody is disgusted and hates you for what you're putting everybody else through, violating all of our rights, we have the right to privacy. We have the right to bank and do things and go to the gym or not go to the gym, and without you butting in and worried about it. We have a right to make money without you taking it. We have a right to have a life without being stalked and sold. Mr. Perry traffics women. I'm one of the victims. Why does he get into older women? I don't know. You got me. I don't think it's paying off. I think they're starting to realize that was probably not a good idea. There was apparently a market for older women among some of the rich Republican buddies they had that wanted to have a woman that could carry on a more intelligent conversation than a teenage runaway. Well, but look what's happening there. We're also kicking your ass, aren't we? That's not happened to y'all before, has it? Who's Monique? And where is she right now? Huh? Tell Judy Parker who Monique is to you and where she is right now. Our judge already knows the answer to that. She's not supposed to be factually ignorant. She better find out who that person is. Right? Otherwise, it's going to bite her in the ass later. I promise. As is how you spend your time all fucking day long. And where you're spending it. What are you doing in Oklahoma? You were never invited here. I never introduced you to my family. I told you to stay the fuck away from them, didn't I? Did you think we were kidding? How much money have you spent to get us intel like this? Every time you call, I want to take my car. Right? The McNamara email. Mike Neely was drugged. He didn't do it. The guys investigating you found that out from investigating you. Yeah, keep up with us, TPD. We're not going to slow down for you. So, we have all this. Where's his wife? Didn't know he was married. What does she think is happening here? Tell Judge Parker, what does Jacqueline Perry think is happening when you're in Oklahoma, bothering me and 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 causing one horrible problem after another and making everybody hate your guts. I said, do not contact me again. I fucking hate it. Do not contact me again. I fucking hate it. Stop raping me. Stop raping me. All the money that you pay, the $75 million or whatever it is now, that you paid to go after me, bought us that. Any other victim able to say that? Anyway, they wouldn't let me waitress. You know why? Because what they wanted to do is get me in the VIP, where I take my shoes off in a lap dance. I'm saying it right here. This is Cynthia Ortiz. It's May 10th, 2023. When I do lap dances and VIPs, I take my shoes off so that I don't poke a hole in the furniture. It's a fucking air dance. There's no money exchanged for the act of me taking my shoes off. All girls do it at every fucking club anywhere. You know why we do it? Because our feet hurt or we don't want to poke a hole in the fucking furniture. Are you trying to Stormy Daniel me and selectively prosecute me because you need your headline? It's not sex. It's taking your shoes off to not poke a hole in the furniture. Some girls do it because their feet hurt. There's no money paid for the act of us taking our shoes off. Where's the crime? Where's the fucking crime? You need another lie. Everybody knows Charles Perry tries to make his lie work day after day after day after day. You haven't done it to me yet. I found out you were trying to do that before. Stupid. I always do, pretty much. We find out before. Your $75 million bought us that. You didn't get your lie. You're never going to get a date. You're sure as shit not getting a wedding. And if you get near me, your balls are up your brain, okay? Is everybody clear on that? I'm not going to hurt Mr. Perry unless he comes to me. I've done all I can to get away from him. But if he comes anywhere near me... Now, if he wants to threaten me to my face, that's fine, but he's got to stand 500 feet away and yell it with a football helmet on and a nut cup. Because if he gets anywhere near me, I'm not going to wait to see if he's got a syringe on him. He's not going to touch me. His balls will be in his brain. Everybody clear on that? I've not mixed words at all right there, have I? Nope. So, Richard, I don't care if you know that I take my shoes off in the VIP. I don't care. It's not a crime. You want to make a big fucking deal out of something and do this gender bias thing you guys do and your gender discrimination. And Mr. Perry's killing cops. And he's trying to kill me. And he sold me. And you want to let that go and you want to come get me over my shoes? Fucking come in there and I'll hand you my shoes. Okay? And then we'll see what happens. See how, if you like how things turn out for you. When this all plays out in a different courtroom. Okay? You want to do that? You want to be an asshole cop? The best you can do in your career in law enforcement is to be the bitch of a sex weirdo? And you think that makes you look cool? Wow. On what planet is that, Richard? You like beating down women and victims of crime? And you think that makes you a good cop? I don't know what planet that's on, Richard. Why don't you tell me in the VIP after I hand you my shoes? Okay? Get your facts right. Because we have them right. You don't. You have no idea who's helping me, do you? You pissed me off when you guys did that. I heard about it before. Not after, Richard. Before. You haven't done it yet. So how did I know you were going to? Was it you, Richard, or who was it? We heard it was you. So, hang on a second. But what about this crime, Richard? What about this one? Did you guys look at that? Did you look at this? Huh? Look that over. Don't be factually ignorant, because I'm not. I know my shit. You need to know yours as well. What about this, Richard? You looked that over? Have you seen the 4 points of contact Mr. Perry made at my work where I am? Have you looked at the forged marriage license? Have you looked at it? Okay, now come in and get a VIP for me if I ever go back. And I'll hand you my shoes, and then you and I will talk about who's getting the job done on the Sherlocking, because it's not you. Okay? And the sacrifice is made for the cause of justice. It isn't you. So look all that over. And then when I get there, have your 4 deputies come in and do a raid and sit me down and tell me how, what great cops they are and how to respect them. Okay? Look at my work before you do that, though. You better know your shit, because I know mine. You know what? I know my shit. You better know yours. And then we'll talk to Judy about it. How about that? You get Judy on the phone and let's all talk to her about it. Yeah, how do I know Judy is involved in this at all, Mr. Perry? How did I know Mike Neely was drugged before anybody else said it? Your $75 million bought you that, and nothing else. And nothing else. It's been 10 years of this. Okay, Richard, if you're not the guy that did that, and wants to do that, I apologize. We heard it was you. This right here, you and Al, this right here is my disclaimer, okay? Perry, I don't like you. I've tried as hard as I can to get away from you for 10 years and have no conflict at all. You came to where I am, and you're causing big problems and a lot of loss for the people of Oklahoma, citizens in the state of Oklahoma. You were never invited here. Everybody hates you. Nobody invited you here, ever. Get the fuck off me, rapist. You stop raping me. Your money has bought you nothing but us intel. It bought us intel. I know about the shoe thing, and that you haven't done it yet. Okay? I knew Mike Neely was drugged before anybody else said it. We have the McNamara email. I know you got something in Judge Parker's court, and you had something in Kirkendall's. She got it right, and you pulled it out. How do I know that? Nobody will tell you. You're the one asking me who your leaks are. Is it Jim? Is it Al? Is it your family? I told you to stay the fuck away from my family, didn't I? Yep. So I've stayed away from him to keep you from messing with them. I shouldn't have to do that. Now people are going, well, she went to Oklahoma to be with her family, so why isn't she? What is Perry doing to cause that? We all know he's causing it. Okay, so there's this. You're the proximate cause of every problem I have. Yeah, people are getting sick of that. So we can get information at the snap of a finger, like you want to do the prostitution by sock thing. And you promised Lynn, didn't you? I'll make it a smear campaign for everybody, and we'll make her sign an affidavit that says she lied. And then somebody asked you, okay, she says you're putting unbearable pressure on her to make her lie. And you said, oh no, we've not asked her to lie, we've asked her to tell the truth. And she said, yes, but Cynthia said she's telling the truth now. She's got some dates and times that are a little concerning. That I'm not, I don't think you're telling me the truth. But either way, you're trying to make her change her story against her will. Now, I'm not doing that. You don't see me out at Sensations telling all the girls I work with, please don't tell on me. Please lie for me. You don't see me going out to Manford to talk to my family. Please don't lie for me. Please don't tell on me. Please lie for me. Do you see me doing that? No. You're doing that. Under duress. We'll make her lie. Then you'll kill me. Because you're not going to let me pop up later and tell everybody how you made me lie. Or you made me sign that affidavit you have. How do I know you had an affidavit? Somebody said that. Right? Didn't somebody say that, Mr. Perry? She wasn't even supposed to know there was an affidavit. I do. Who gave that information from you to me? Nobody will answer those questions. Your 75 million bought us that. So, this is Title 18 of the United States Code. See? Witness tampering, victim tampering. This is 1513 about retaliating against a witness or a victim of your crime. It's a pretty serious thing. Oh, look, he's jammed it up here. Oh, there we go. Whoever kills another person because you're retaliating. You know, mafia stuff right here. You know, there's... I just did a project for school on the mafia. and kind of through study reiterated what I already knew. There's the higher end mafia that does more like white collar shit. They have legitimate business they might be doing illegal stuff in, and it's harder to identify. And then there's the stupid ones, the stupid criminals, the low hanging fruit that does like sex trafficking, drug trafficking, arms trafficking. That's easier to identify and catch. Money laundering, like putting money on a stage for sex. So now it's stage money and not prostitution money. Richard, why don't you go after that? Do the job or get out of it. Surely, the biggest aspiration you have in law enforcement in your career is not to be the bitch of a sex weirdo. Please tell me that's it. Because if that is the case, then gosh, what are you gonna do when these guys do their thing? How are you gonna explain that? Because you might end up having to explain that. I wouldn't want to be you. Okay, so there's that. But I mean, you do you. And I assert my right to equal fucking freedom of expression. A lot of people who are victims of crime call the offender names. You've been called a lot worse than fucktard and princess, cuckoo bird, behind your back. You think I'm the only one that calls you names? You're off your nut. It's just I do it to your face. Everybody else, does it behind your back. So, and the right to equal protection against misogyny and gender bias. This video is a training video about the use of hacking to fuck with a victim. And this is what police are supposed to do when a stalking victim says, I'm being stalked. Here's my police report. Then go get the bad guy, not the victim. How much money did you take for that? To do that little prostitution by sock plan? We're gonna false arrest her. Then we're gonna jerk her off the stage so all the girls can see it. And if any of them are leaking, they won't leak anymore. Right, Lucius? And then we'll make her sign the affidavit that'll cover Charles's ass and her dad's. And then we'll get the headline. And then we'll do the wedding photo shoot so I can say my forgery isn't a forgery. And cover all that up. Then we'll kill her ass. So she can't pop up later and tell on us because we did all that. Right? I will never do what you want. It's not going to happen. Right? You were trying to cause duress to make me. Yeah. That's what you were trying to do. Because I haven't done anything. I came here to get away from you and not have a conflict. Nobody's picking on you. You're getting caught picking on me. Our guys don't have those kind of meetings. You know what they do? Sit there and do intel ops and just catch everything you're doing. But they don't sit down and plan let's do something illegal and hope we can get away with it meeting like you do. And then run around making phone calls. Who told? Who's the league? Alright, so your $75 million bought us that. Didn't get a date, didn't get information. It got us this. Every time you start trying to plan another false arrest and cause duress and make her sign something she don't want to sign and lie. This was the first of it. You disturbed somebody. Why did we get this? You caused somebody to feel uncomfortable. You caused somebody to feel disturbed by what you were telling them you were going to do to me. Somebody felt disturbed. Somebody felt uncomfortable. Somebody felt sick at their stomach because you told them you were going to do this. And then you did do it. And then it got worse. Then they felt worse. They felt worse, Mr. Perry. Those people who gave us this were sick at their stomach and uncomfortable and disturbed by what you said you were going to do to me. And so we got the McNamara email of 2015. And then when you actually did it, things got much worse for you. We started getting intel even easier. And then we got that. And I got that in jail. It's not your name on that puzzle. It's Fabian's. It's no one else's name but his. Intersecting with the word hope. These words are not just in the same book. They're on the same page. And the guys helping me have that much power to get that to me exactly like that in jail. Okay, Richard? That's what you pissed off today. And every time you try to do something to hurt me, you piss guys off, they can do that. Can you do that? You sure you want to keep pissing them off? Okay, so the reason they didn't want me to waitress is they can't monitor my money as well. And the second reason is they can't get me in the VIP to take my shoes off, to do their whole prostitution by sock, facade, lie, bullshit, headline, smear campaign. I don't go with a man unless he honors my reputation. Honors me. You degrade, you destroy, you ruin, you rape, you kill, you steal, you lie. Tell Judge Parker about this puzzle, because you have it now. Tell her who gave that to me and how'd they get it to me? In jail. Was it up to you? No, it was not. It was not. In 2019 and every day since. It's not legal, but I'm gonna have her car towed and sold before she figures that out. Every fucking day. Please take her car, then she'll call me and do what I tell her. Put her on a bus, but not to Vegas or New Mexico. $75 million got us that intel, and this intel, and this intel. Got one in Tulsa, we need to get her back to Texas so we can do more to her. And this intel. That's what you bought with your money. All this. All fucking day, that's all I did, is type up what you guys all said. Right? See, they were taking stuff off Facebook. We would put a thread up there, and they would take it off. So now we have to screenshot it. And then send it out. So everybody knows it was on Facebook. Yep. This was the thing. She wants the phone. Judge Parker wants the phone pinged. That's the crime. Yep. This guy was pissed. I mean, he was pissed. Judy Parker, a judge in Texas, wants Cyndi's phone pinged. She left 13 years ago. And you got a judge harassing a stalking victim in Oklahoma from the bench. This is awful. That's what these people will stoop to from Lubbock. Charles, when you contact me, you're creepy about it. And so we get more. We get this right here. Every time you contact me, we get another one. Okay? Every penny of my money you take, we get another one. I don't put them all out. There's about 3 conversations about my traffic court case. Have you seen any? Have you seen them out? Nope. I'm not putting those out. Okay? When you contact me, let's say right here. The more you contact me, the more we get. The more you take my money, the longer I'm broke, the more we get. The longer Mike's in jail, the more we get. The longer you invade my privacy and cause problem after problem after problem, the more we get. Your $75 million bought us intel, and that's it. It's bought nothing but that. And then we got this one. Whether she's telling the truth now, and he wants her to lie, or vice versa, he wants her to change her story. And he's the only one asking for a story change. She's not asking that. So why is he? Right? Isn't that what this guy said? And then today, guys, I thought Cyndi and him were engaged. No, they're not engaged. Who's this Jackie person? His wife? What do you mean his wife? He's got a wife in Lubbock. Okay, well, where is she? What's her deal? No one knows. Well, did he leave her? Because he's always here. Running around all Oklahoma telling Cyndi's my girlfriend, Cyndi's my wife. And Cyndi won't have a fucking thing to do with them. Charles Perry is a rejected, nutbag, delusional, whack job fail. And that's it. I don't like him. He's got a romance in his head that's only real to him. It doesn't exist. There's nothing real about it. Never was. I understand he's gone around and told people there was, she just doesn't remember. And somebody told you if it was pleasant, I think she would remember, don't you? If there was anything, which I don't think there was, but if there was, you made it so miserable, just like you have every day of her life she's been here, that she doesn't want to remember. There was never anything there. Mr. Perry was a job. My job was to get him elected so that the undercovers could get to him easier without being detected. And it worked. It worked perfectly. Creepy Chucky. Yeah. That's what the guy said. Right? Judge Parker wants her phone pinged. Why? Okay, and there's this whole thing. They planned back in 2016 the whole harassment lie. Mr. Perry has a diagnosed mental illness and mental retardation problem, and she's got a 3.6 GPA. Didn't the guy ask you? Didn't that happen? I mean, there was so many of these I typed up today. I don't remember what happened in what. They were trying to make her look crazy. Hard to do when you keep doing what I say. Dr. Russell saw me for a year and a half, 2 hours, twice a month. But for a month or two, that our schedules conflicted, and we only saw each other one time. And that was court ordered. And you guys picked her. I don't know her. A year and a half. And I didn't get diagnosed with any mental illness. I was never given any kind of medication. What she said instead is, Mr. Perry's escalating so badly, sometimes you can't ignore it. And all Cyndi wants is to be left alone. She's afraid of this guy. Because he's a threat. You have a Huntington's disease. You have a mental illness. Your $75 million and your unwanted contact and your invasion of my privacy and you taking my money bought us that. You got a disease. Right? Yeah. A lot of money to buy us intel, sir. I'm trying to make her look crazy. And all this time this guy's going, well, what's wrong with him? Who's Betancourt? We got that name too out of all this. Your $75 million bought us that. When you contact me, when you invade my privacy, when you take my money, we get more. We find out more. Before you do it, not after. I knew about the prostitution by sock because you guys were recorded talking about it so much. It's not, I mean, there you go. So I didn't go back to the club. And then everybody was all, oh my gosh, she didn't go back to the club. We need to get her back on that pole. No, you don't. Actually, what I wanted to do was waitress. And here's the thing. If you wanted me at the club, I would have been waitressing. And then the guy said Charles had a whole different thing. And you guys are not on the same page. You're not even kind of on the same page. He's got a whole different agenda than you have. And you know what I'm talking about. That's all I heard. I don't know what, I mean, I guess he knows what he's talking about. I have an idea, but I'm not sure. Okay, so Huntington's made him wacky. Messing with my family. Busy fucking day, don't you think? There's the bus pass thing again. Sitting around bullshitting yourself all day, Charles. Look like a fucking fool. All this weekend and today. This is why they wouldn't let me waitress anymore. They couldn't take it. They had that girl bully me out. Never in my life have I been bullied that bad. The only other one was the hotel lid when she kicked me out that day. But before that, she really didn't. After that day, absolutely. People were crying. They couldn't believe you did that to me. Couldn't believe it. So, but at the end of the day, who has the intel and who doesn't? This is going to be used to put you in jail. So you can't do this to people anymore. Okay? I mean, I've said that over and over and over and over and over. I've said it and 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 said it. And you guys act like you don't know. Everybody's asking questions. Don't they know they're caught? Do they not know they're caught? They all act like they have no idea that they're caught. She's talked about it and talked about it and talked. They're caught. This right here is details about trafficking. It's the sale of a human. It's illegal. It's illegal. Life sentence you get for that. Witness statement. All this right here. Right? Take her car. Take her car. Constantly wanting to take my car. All of those right there, Mr. Perry, we got when you contact me, we find out more. I don't like it. I fucking hate it. It's creepy as fuck. You're creepy as fuck. You don't get, what did we say? Don't date for the creepster. I was like, look at all these albums we've got. Perry's detailed trafficking plan. We got demands for a pullover. Thousands of emails about that. We got harassment email. Thousands of them. Anybody can look at this at any time. The car. Get her car from her. A lot of stalking. A lot of all the grand larceny with intent to coerce. I mean, look at all the albums we have here. The pullover has got its own album. He's jamming it up. Hacking evidence. Manford police officer Mike Neely's evidence. Just on and on and on and on and on. My false arrest, the first false arrest, all the papers, all the documents to show it was false are here. You obstructed justice. I didn't get a call back from TPD. By law, you got to file a police report. And you knew that. Somebody's threatening you with death and false arrest, you need a fucking protective order against them. The number 2 reason Judge Eyrick denied me is I forgot to bring the police report to court. You knew that. You knew I had to do it. I'm getting that. Yeah, we're giving you arsenic like you gave Michael Neely opioids. This was the McNamara email. I just showed it. In the bond conditions, you said you'd leave me the fuck alone. Everybody wants you to leave everybody else the fuck alone. Act your age. Get a life. Boring. All this stuff. The dates and the times. As a person said, Mr. Perry has not... There's Dr. Russell's letter. Right there. It doesn't say she's got XYZ disease and she needs a pill. It says she's being stalked and she's tired of it. She's in fear for her family. She's trying to raise her kid. There's a recording of her saying it. Sometimes what you got with Charles is he'll escalate more than you can ignore because he can't get attention any other way. So everybody gets the plan. At first you wanted me jerked off the stage, then you changed it. Let's actually get her in the parking lot before she goes inside and gets tipped off by one of the girls. Today you're talking about getting me at the gym. You fucked up my contract with my gym. Remember? So the guy's like, does she go to the gym at any certain time? No, it's kind of random. But we think she might be getting ready to go now. Okay, I have to have the information, he said, in a way that doesn't involve voyeurism, because that's illegal, or hacking, because that's illegal, or stalking, because that's illegal. So if she was going to the gym, let's say this particular gym at 6 o'clock every morning, I can maybe do something with that. But when she's going at different gyms and we don't know what gym, how do you know what gym she's at? Do you have any legal way to know what gym she goes to? How do you know when she's going to go? Because this chick is random, probably on purpose, because you're stalking her. So I can't do anything with this until you get me some legally obtained information. Only then can I do something with it. So you actually had a guy today tell you, you're giving me crap you got illegally. You know she's getting ready to go to the gym. How do you know that? Are you watching her in her house? Put her sweats on or something? So, yeah, they were. Okay, so when you invade my privacy and they take from you. You take my privacy, you take my money, you cause a problem. You take up my time having to deal with the problems you cause. They take something from you. And next thing we know, got Bittencourt's name. Or Beverly, or Monique, right? Or Sonjay. Sonjay gets really unnerved, I understand, when we say his name. You thought James and Ruben were leaking, right? Okay. I'm not told who the leaks are. I wouldn't help you if I did know. So, I mean, I don't know how many different ways we can say the same thing, Mr. Perry. I don't like you. You're in a love affair by yourself. It's not real to me at all. It doesn't exist to me at all. You look just like Neil. Cuckoo bird. So here's the erotomania. That causes delusional, like John Hinckley Jr. was watching Jodie Foster on TV, pretending that he had a real love life, and he didn't. Only problem is then he hurt somebody. A lot of these guys, these cuckoo birds do. They'll hurt people. Jodi Arias, the guy that killed John Lennon. I mean, these people were stalkers. Rebecca Schaefer's murderer. Drew Carey's ex-fiance was murdered by her stalker. I mean, it's like a dangerous fucking... So there's all people have seen, my shrink has seen, not Russell, the other one, has seen that, I had a lot of people that loved me and would get in touch with me on Facebook or email or something, or text me just see how I'm doing or whatever, and that since you come around, that's gone. People are going, she went to Oklahoma to be with her family. She's never with her family. He is. Why is that? Allegations are stalking, hacking, peeping, voyeurism, witness tampering, victim tampering, coercion, sex trafficking, sex exploitation. And you paid $75 million for us to get intel nobody else has. That's all you got. 10 years of it. 10 years. People make fun of you for 10 years. That fucked up bitch sits on his fat, lazy ass and watches her all day long and does nothing else and makes problems and makes everybody hate him. And the next thing we know, she's got everything they just said again before they do it. And there's not going to be a date. I will never do what you want. You're creeping me out. Right? Creepy Chucky. No date for the creepster. Creeping out the ladies. Sicko. You're just fucking sicko. So we keep track a lot of the stuff that Mr. Perry threatens me with on the blog. And we went through and Sherlocked Mr. Neely's case, and it was a very wrongful conviction, and we are very pissed off about it. And a lot of cops are. You guys call cops all over the country. What do you think they're thinking? You think they're all stupid? Do we all have stupid written across our forehead, Mr. Perry? Is that why you think you can lie and get away with it at this point? Everybody asks the question, does he not know he's caught? He's caught. She's talking about it. He's already caught. So what the fuck is wrong with him? What's wrong with that guy? Where's Jackie? Who is Jackie? Jackie's his wife. Okay, well, what happened to her? Did he leave her? We don't know. Tell Judy Parker, please, what happened to her. I'm tired of you bothering me. I'd like her to come get her bitch-ass husband off me to make him stop raping me. And take him home and lock him up in his own backyard. Pissing all over people in Oklahoma. Shitting all over people in Oklahoma. You don't get to do that. She needs to put the dog back in her own backyard. Lock his ass up. So when we quote you with intel, we're going to lock you up, right? You do know that, right? You do know why we get that stuff? It's not because we're bored. When you contact me, we get more. So don't get mad that I quoted you all day long and found out about the ping and the sock by prostitution or whatever. And, why can't we get her back out to that strip club? I'm not waitressing, am I? I have an injury. I'm not going to deal with that girl. I'm not dealing with her. Somebody called her white trash today. So, I mean, it's not, he goes, no business owner in their right mind would hire that white trash over Cyndi. So why isn't Cyndi waitressing? Yeah, I think there's no way the owner made that decision. Charles made that decision. Creepy Chucky. Do you like being the creepy guy? Do you like being called weirdo? You must. You have to. Because you never stop with that. You never stop with the creepster shit. Charles, stop being creepy. Stop. When you creep on me, we get more. When you contact me, we get more. When you cause a problem for me, we get more. You have to like it. You have to. There's no fucking way you don't. Don't ask me who your leaks are. You don't care. You don't give a fuck. You like getting caught. You like it. If you didn't like getting told on and caught, you'd never contact me again. You don't get a date. You're not loved. You're not wanted. You're told on and caught. And that's all you have for 10 years of your life to show. Nothing else. Your 75 million bought us intel and nothing else. I mean, what the fuck? How stupid are you? Golly, you're weird and stupid. So, I'm not going to do what you want. I don't have to. These guys are fixing to put you in jail. And we don't have to deal with this anymore. I'll have my privacy back. I'll have my family back. I'll have my money. And you're gone. Just like that. It's over, finally. And Mike will go home too. Okay? So the more intel you get us with your $75 million and you're creeping around, the easier that will be to get convicted, don't you think? Get a conviction against you? I'm thinking it will. You seem to like us getting that. You seem to love to give it to us. So, anyway. I'm not seeing you do anything but that. I'm not seeing you do anything but that. Weirdo, 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 weirdo. The weirder the better, according to Mr. Perry. The creepier the better, according to Mr. Perry. Guess what, TPD? Everybody doesn't have the word stupid written across the forehead. So, I'm going to leave it at that. You figure out what that means. I don't go back to work unless I'm waitressing because I didn't want to deal with that chick, so I'm dancing. Now I have an injury. I don't know. I mean, it's bad. It's a lot worse than I thought. And if I don't want to dance, I shouldn't have to, should I? Right? So that guy's saying the waitress is white trash and no business owner in their right mind would hire her over Cyndi. There's no way. Charles had something to do with that. There's no way he didn't. If you meet that chick and you meet Cyndi, you'll know what I'm talking about. So, I'm not gonna... Did you see that? I didn't do that. Get the fuck out of my phone. Get the fuck out of my phone. I don't care what you think. No one understands why you think I would. I don't want to help you. No one understands why you think I would. Neil? Anyways, they wanted me back out of the club so they could get to me, but Perry had a different agenda, apparently, from what that guy said. Look at that. What does that say? Poke and peep. Your guy calls you poke and peep and pink penny pathetic, and then he said a whole bunch of other stuff I can't repeat. Your friend. It was a recording. I heard the recording. Right? It was funny as hell, though. I did laugh. Everybody laughs at you behind your back because you're a weirdo, and everybody's sick of it. Just it's kind of a stress relief to make fun of you. I mean, everybody's really, really, really sick of you, and you just don't seem to understand that. Nobody will help you. They're helping us. They're tired of you. I didn't invite you to Oklahoma. Go away. Get away from me. Don't contact me anymore. I don't like it. I really don't like it. So we have all these kind of documented here. Anybody can look at it. And you can even do a search at the end of the page if you want to look up a certain language or verbiage or phrase that I've used or somebody has used regarding this matter. But listen, right here, if you guys locals can't keep up with us and do this kind of work, I don't have respect for you. I really don't. I've lost my ass for the cause of justice in this deal. So you're still sleeping in your nice cushy bed while you kiss the butt of a sex weirdo. I mean, I'm probably not going to be real friendly to you. I don't have to. I don't respect you. I grew up with really good police officers. My granddad was the chief where I grew up, and he was a good cop. And he believed that power is in service. And that cops, lawmen, are called to relieve suffering caused by crime, not cause it. Not make it worse. Let's try to find something. Let's get her on prostitution by sock. See right here where it says search. So you can search up any phrase right there. Look up false arrest. See how long that goes back. Mr. Perry trying to do another false arrest. And we only need one recording, Mr. Perry, not 100. So when y'all talk about it and then you get caught, so you wait for a little bit and then try again. And then you talk about it again. And then again, and Ringtone Richard. We've got like hundreds of Ringtone Richard, poke and peep. Is that what you want? That's what your 75 million bought. You'll never get a date with me. I don't go out with creepy men. I don't go out with girls. I don't go out with people who kill cops. I don't go out with a man unless he makes sure I don't miss a meal. Right? So, every time, Calvin, I get an upside down order on DoorDash, or I try to find a job, and you guys call and tell them don't hire her. Remember, I did find out you're bald and fat, Calvin, because of that. Okay? Because of that. When I quote you, every time I quote you, and I did all day today or yesterday, it's May 11th, 2023, by the way. 1 o'clock in the morning. When I get an upside down order, Calvin, and then I quote you guys, that's why. You're going to take something from me, they take from you. When Perry sits around and pokes and peeps all day and tries to talk to me or tries to tell me what he thinks or tries to find out who his leaks are, is it Jim? Oh, we're going to get some more. Because people want to help us. They don't want to help you. They want y'all gone. Everybody wants y'all gone. Everybody's sick of y'all. And the sooner that you understand that, the better, you'd think. The more intel we get, the easier it will be to get convictions, don't you think? 1 and 1 is 2, right? Low-hanging fruit. Either low-hanging fruit or the criminals. I don't know. I did a whole project on you.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them, especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved. Leave me alone.
I will. You talk.
Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved. Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone.
Does she have her driver's license with her? Yep, I just heard that. It is 12:55. It's none of your business. Don't stalk me. Stay the fuck away from me.
Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't.